Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, Chick Picker. Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker, I should say. Hope everybody's having a great day. Oh, it's Wednesday, October 18th. November's getting closer and closer. So I was just checking out my hairline there. Can already see the gray coming through. Surprise, surprise. Let me find the chat. Um, let's see. Hope everybody's having a great day. I didn't sleep really good last night. I had some back pain going on. So my back was kind of tweaking this morning and last night. Oh, good old Ringo with this little flip-flop there. Good morning, Shantae. Good morning, Beth. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Got some things going on today. Hopefully I'll get some things in the mail. I was supposed to get my glasses yesterday, and I didn't. So hopefully they'll be in the mail today. So I had 4 packages to send out this morning. I just did my little mail call video and shared that information. I got one more. I think I got them all packaged up except one, so I'll get that one packaged in a few minutes and get that shipped out. Good morning, Hank. So that's what I got going on. So you see in the background here, I've got what, three boxes that you can see. I think that's all there is actually of things that need to get put away, get put into inventory, and get situated. And then I got all of my jeans. So all of my jeans in my inventory are listed. I'm up to, I think, 1,314 listings so far. So, and I'm going to keep on plugging away at that, try to get up to 14. It's always it's always good to have a goal. And, like I've always said, it's hard to, I was just at 13 and then I got a bunch of sales, which is a good problem to have. But, so it knocked me down. And then if I didn't keep up with, listing as much as I sold, then I never did, never, it was harder to get up to that goal. Anyway. Let's see. Shantae said, gray is mean. I've had it since I was 16. Hard to keep it covered. L'Oreal makes a product that's easy to use between coloring. Green spray bottle and hair color aisle. Don't give away my secret. I think I just did. Sorry. I was actually thinking, before I even did this, I was thinking about doing something even more drastic. And I'm still kind of, it's still, in my mind, and I'm still thinking about it. Morning, Sally.
Morning.
I'm actually thinking about, do you remember when, and I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but I used to work in a pharmacy, and in the pharmacy they had this hair color that was, it was gray, but it had a tint of blue to it. And so So I thought about that. I was like, if I could color my hair gray, which I shouldn't really need a whole lot of help, but if I could color my hair gray and have kind of like that blue tint, I mean, that would almost look kind of cool. So the only trouble is, number one, I would have to let this color grow out, or I would have to bleach my hair. And I'm kind of weird about bleaching my hair because a couple of years ago I did it, and it like completely it was bad. It was so brittle. It was so brittle I couldn't even get a comb through it. And so now it's finally kind of gotten somewhat healthy. And so, man, I got some. Anyway, I'm just looking at my hair and I'm like, it looks like alfalfa. Just everything's sticking out. So that's a possibility. I don't know. We'll have to see. I want purple hair. Now I'll tell you, when the day I quit my job, my last day that I was there, I made an appointment and I went and got my hair colored, and it was beautiful. I love the way it turned out. It was like it was purple. There was all kinds of different colors in it, green and pink, and it was because I had the dark brown hair, and it looked really, really good. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then I think I went back maybe a couple more times. The last time that I went back, she bleached my hair 3 times, and it completely fried.
Yeah.
And I was so upset. So anyway, but
I almost did my hair yesterday.
oh yeah,
But I didn't do it. Yeah. But I would have to bleach it because I have the color that I have is it's not color, it's dye. It's actually dye that you can it's splat. You
right.
can put it on your hair and leave it in for an hour, and it's not going to be, the longer you leave it in, the darker it'll be. But with my hair being so dark anyways, it's not going to show until I dye it, until I bleach it. And I was like, I don't want to bleach it today. I'll just wait until another day.
Yeah. Another idea I could do is I have my sister-in-law is a hairdresser, hairstylist. She does hair. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I could talk to her and maybe get, correct instructions on how to bleach it properly, and, what all I needed
I
to
just
put on.
seen a picture. I just seen a picture of someone that had that gray color, and hi Tina, and they had it almost like highlights and lowlights and just like black and gray, black and gray, black and gray, black and gray.
Mm-hmm. I would just think that the gray would be it's kind of hard for me to like switch over to that gray because I just don't want to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would probably be a little bit better, a little easier to maintain.
Well, yeah, and if you did, if you just that could actually help you. That could actually help you really bad because it would like if you bleached it out and then well if you bleach some of it out, you'd only bleach some of it out, you'd keep what you have for dark hair,
Okay.
And then when so you'll bleach out like pull it through a cap or whatever and bleach that.
Mm-hmm.
And then use gray on that. Yeah, the highlighted gray. So use one of those caps, pull it through, and that's what you'll bleach. And then you'll actually gray that.
Mm-hmm.
And then so everything else will be dark, or the burgundy color.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would look really good. And then whatever is yeah, easing into it with highlighter gray. Yeah, I think that would be good for you, Val. And then if you wanted to, if you need to put more dark into it, you could just put dark on it.
Yeah. That's an idea. I don't know. Might have to check with Brenda and see what she thinks. You
Yeah,
know.
I would ask her, yeah.
So, doing okay this morning?
I'm tired. I still haven't even done my shipping. I only have 2 things, but still, I've just been watching Netflix today.
Huh?
I just been watching Netflix today.
Oh. What have you been watching on Netflix?
Oh God, what is it called? Confession tapes.
Hmm.
It's interesting. It's about, it has a couple of different cases or whatever, but it starts out with these 2 boys that supposedly killed the one boy's parents and sister.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened in like 1995 in Washington. And so it was like, it was crazy because basically, because they were in Canada at one point. So
Mm-hmm.
for Canada law, you could record someone without them knowing. And basically it was called a Mr. Big operation, where they were in like doing like illegal crimes, like street crimes and stuff, like money laundering and stuff like that. And they basically pulled these boys in, sucked them into that, and then started asking them questions about the killings. And they confessed to it, okay, to this guy that they thought he was a friend. So because they knew that he was into some dirty shit too, well, these guys were cops, taping them illegally or legally in Canada. And so basically everybody got extradited back to the United States, and they allowed the tapes to be used in court.
Oh, wow.
As evidence. And it's not, you can't do that in the United States, but because it was done in Canada, they used it. And see, these kids, they swear up and down that they did not kill, and then all the evidence points that they didn't kill them either.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was other evidence that, like strong, hard DNA evidence that pointed that somebody else killed them, and they basically like threw it out.
Oh, wow.
Because and didn't even look at it. The jury didn't even look at it, and both boys got 3 consecutive life sentences.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
So crazy.
Are you gonna say good morning?
Ringo, 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 Ringo.
It's like, what are you doing, Mom?
Ringo Doe. He's all in your wire.
I know.
Let me have that. I want to eat that. Where's Nikki at today?
I don't know. I sent her a message.
Yeah, I actually just seen a picture of that. One of my Facebook friends has. Well, she's contemplating getting the black with the gray highlights, and so I think it's really pretty.
Hmm.
I think it's prettier than blonde with black highlights, or either or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't talk today.
I know. It's one of those days.
Uh,
I had kind of a rough afternoon, evening last night.
Why?
But I don't know. Just
Just
stuff
tired.
going on. Just, I don't know. No, not really tired. Just frustrated.
Mm,
Just frustrated.
yeah.
So, but hopefully in the next couple of days, it'll all be okay. Ah! Attack of the Ringo.
What are they gonna be, Tina? He just loves chewing on your hair. He loves it. Let me just get it up in here and get my teeth stuck in this. Oh my, yeah, I wouldn't let him do that. Yeah.
No, no, no. Go get Roscoe. He loves you.
Oh, they're gonna be Pokemon. Ellen, Kenny, and you are gonna be their trainers. That's funny.
Cool.
Yeah. Jigglypuff, Pikachu, and Squirtle. Awesome. Let me guess who Jigglypuff is.
Oh my gosh. That's going to be so cute.
She's a little Jigglypuff, all right.
Yep, she is. Miss Maddie May. Actually, her name is Madeline Lee, but I call her Maddie May.
I loved that picture the other day that you sent to your mom of them at the pumpkin patch and sitting on the steps. Oh my gosh.
They're all the same size, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah. Where's that Stacker at today?
I don't know. I invited him.
Stacker the Slacker.
It wasn't.
Like it.
I'm gonna see
screen sharing?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't find that picture. I need to show off my babies.
Walking Dead marathon sucked you in yesterday, huh, Beth?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't been watching it. I need to. I mean, I'm all caught up, but I really wanted to start. I'll probably, one of these days this week, I'll probably put it on before I go to bed or something and try and get through, maybe do the last half of last season just to kind of refresh my memory.
Okay, here you go, guys. These are my 3 of my 4 grandbabies. The boy and the girl in the middle, they're twins. And then the one in the pink, she's 10 months. So the twins are 21 months. And the girl in the little pink shirt, That's Maddie, and she is 10 months. They're Irish twins, or Irish triplets. So they're the ones that were all born in the same year.
Yeah.
My babies. I gotta share my babies.
There's something else. Gave up on The Walking Dead?
Oh gosh, don't do that. Let's see.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
so
get
good.
out.
And this season, last season was good. I mean, except for the first episode. Like, just past that first episode, and then it'll be good. You can't really do that. I will never rewatch that episode.
I've watched it. I've rewatched it.
I can't do it.
It's rough. I didn't want to, but I felt like I needed to because I needed to get more. You don't even know, Mama J. So she had the twins in January, and then she found out she was pregnant. I think 3 months later, 2 months later, and she had Maddie in December. So yeah, she had 3 kids in 2016. Yup.
It doesn't happen very often, but it sure can happen.
Yep. Yep. Yes. And she does an awesome job with them. She's just amazing because she's cut out to be a mom of 3 kids.
Yeah, we didn't know. Yeah, use your birth control for sure. Yeah, don't let that old, wives tell, oh, if you're breastfeeding, you don't need birth control. Don't let them tell you that. Most people don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Ow. Oh my goodness. What do I got going on today? I don't know what I got going on.
I just need to get my couple of packages shipped. I sold some trotters.
Some trotters.
And, yeah.
Trotters.
They're that hill that looks completely, what do you call it?
I don't know.
I was going to say dike, but it's not dike. It's I don't have my brain and my mouth aren't connecting right today. What is it? What is it called?
I don't know. A block?
No, when a guy dresses like a girl.
Oh, a
drag.
Trans.
Yeah, drag. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, and I was thinking dyke for some reason. I'm like, that's not the right word. Oh my god. No, drag. Like, they're total drag hills.
Great word.
Hi, Nikki.
Hello, Nikki. How you doing this morning?
Good, how are you? Oh, am I still in here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you not want to be?
No, my screen went away. I didn't know what happened.
Oh,
I came back now. I must have touched something.
Hell no, Hank. Those things won't fit on my feet. Like, widthways, they won't fit on my feet. They're like skinny. For some skinny guy feet.
Ow!
Don't put your hand in his mouth.
That'll wake you up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yuck.
That's so disgusting.
Mm. I don't think I'd ever sleep with them again after I see them in the hills.
Oh, good. Kyrie's going to keep on with gymnastics. That's great.
That's good. I'm like blah today.
She'll definitely give them a run for their money. She'll make them work for that money. Well, your first night back and everything, I'm sure that. Please stop. You're going to give me a monkey bite. A monkey bite.
It needs to go night-night.
So my oldest daughter last night.
By doing that.
My oldest daughter last night calls me. I need to be picked, my oldest daughter called me last night. Mommy, I need to be picked up at work. I'm like, why? Here she got a damn flat tire. We've been telling her to replace a damn tire for months now.
Oh my God.
So I had to go pick her up last night, and now I gotta drive her to work, and I gotta go get her a tire, and like, well, I'm glad I'm feeling a little better.
Yeah.
So what happened last week? I'd have been pissed.
Right.
She might have been shit up a creek.
Yeah. Well, she knows Mommy would have taken care of it.
I know. We always take care of it.
My kids are pretty good about taking care of stuff, you know, and whatever for themselves, but every once in a while I have to step in and help them out. But usually they're pretty good about it.
You know, sometimes I know that it's hard, you know, when you've got a job that you got to go to, and you know you're there early in the morning till in the afternoon, and you know by the time you get out everything's closed, and I know how you know that can be you know hard to get things done.
And
so
now it's fall, so it's dark at like 6 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock, whatever, you know. And then I found a Chevy Malibu, like the one my other daughter smashed up, on the online auction. It's only at like $160 right now. It ends tonight, so.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna call my nephew and have him meet me up there because my husband's at work. So I'm gonna have my nephew meet me up there to take a look at it. But I mean, even if I got it for $400 or $500, I mean, I think the parts would be good to just switch out on mine if nothing else, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or take the good parts off of mine and put it on this one. I don't know, but anyways, maybe they're not the same. I don't know. My husband just told me to have my nephew go look at it.
Yeah.
So,
well, that'll be good.
I'll go pick up my dad and say, "Hey, Dad, let's go look at a car." Have him look at it. I said, "Well, I can listen to it and see if everything sounds okay, you know."
Right.
I mean, I don't really know everything that I got to check, but I can listen to it. Right. I can hear if something's amiss, you know.
Right.
But,
well, hopefully that works out, and you can
I hope so.
get you another car, and
I hope we can get it for like $400. And then there's a Taurus on there. See, my oldest daughter got her car. It's a Ford Escort ZX2 or whatever it's called. Anyways, it's the sporty version of the Escort, not the hatchback. Anyways, she got that. She's 24. She got that when she was 17 from her great grandpa. And it was in good running condition and everything. It was in good shape, you know. I mean, see, old guy who, you know, 90-some-year-old guy who took care of everything, you know. She drove it for probably a year or so, and then somebody hit her and wiped out her front end and airbag. So it sat for a little while, but my nephew ended up fixing it for her. We bought all the parts, but he ended up putting it together for her, and she's been running it ever since. And the poor thing, I mean, she's been hit in that thing I don't know how many times. and probably 5, 6 times people have hit her in it. It's never been her fault.
Wow.
People have just hit her with it. And I'm like, geez, I really hate to see you get another car. I mean, that's a pretty safe car. You've been hit so many times in it.
Yeah.
Anyways, and she hit a deer with it that one time and smashed her windshield. And
Oh, gosh.
anyways, that one was her fault. She said the deer jumped out in front of her, but I mean, whatever. But anyways, so this car has been really, really good, but it's hanging on its last leg.
Yeah.
It's seen better days, but and everybody makes fun of her about it because it's such a little piece of crap, but she's like, my papa gave me that, and
Right.
of course he's gone now, so I mean there's some sentimental value there too, but I'm like, Brandy, you make enough money, you should probably get yourself another car. But she doesn't want to. So anyways, story leading to what I was going to say. There's also a not a Ford Escort, a Ford Taurus on the auction block tonight.
Mm.
And that's only going for a couple $100 too. So I might have my nephew look at that. Maybe I'll buy cars for my kids for Christmas. I don't know.
There you go.
That's cool.
We'll see. We'll see how much it goes for. I don't want to. Actually, my youngest daughter, I told her she has to pay me back because I've already bought her a car. She smashed it. No, she needs to buy a car. Be different if it wasn't her fault.
Morning, Margot. Yeah, my knee is all jacked up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sit with it wrong?
No, it just hurt. It feels like it needs to be popped.
Oh.
Like there's that pressure there or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't sleep very good last night. Usually I sleep pretty good, but and it might have been because I slept so hard. But I just my back, when I woke up this morning, my back was killing me. So might have slept on my back wrong or slept on it too long. Because usually if I go to sleep on my side, I will and usually end up on my side. I usually stay in the same position. But
I feel like I slept good.
Uh-huh.
But my husband said I tossed and turned all night, talked in my sleep, and he said, I don't know how you got any rest because you were busy last night.
Wow.
Apparently I was very busy.
Did you have the trouble with coughing or anything like that?
Yeah, I woke up a few times coughing.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad.
Well, that's good. Hopefully it's on its way out,
I picked up some, even though all the pills I have all has the same stuff, but I ended up getting this Mucus ER Max. It's like Mucinex, 12-hour stuff. There's 14 tablets, they're 1,200 milligrams. And they're that glufenicin or whatever it's called. Glufenicin. Anyways, I picked these up last night and I think they're helping. So
good.
Or I picked them up yesterday afternoon. I took one and I feel like they're helping. So I don't know. We'll see.
You sound a lot better.
Yeah, I think I feel better.
You sounded pretty good yesterday, and then today you sound even better than yesterday. So I think you're on the way out. Not that way, but
yeah, nice. Thanks, Valerie. You're on the way out.
I was like, yeah, you totally screwed that up. You're on the way out. Goodbye. See you later. Nice to meet you. Oh.
So this stuff, you're supposed to drink a whole glass of water. So with this pill.
Right. Well, anything like that'll help you.
I have a hard time drinking that much water at one time. I have a hard time drinking that much liquid at one time. Period.
Yeah. Does your husband, does he have like a Proventil inhaler or a Ventolin inhaler or anything like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, it may not hurt for you to take a couple of hits off of that too.
He's offered it to me. I said no.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get better, I will, but I'm trying this first.
Yeah. 'Cause it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, he's got his Pro Air, and then he's got his, which is like Ventolin.
Yeah.
And then he's got his Symbicort.
Yeah.
He used to use Advair, but when he was in the hospital, they didn't have Advair, which I thought was weird. Can't a hospital get any kind of medicine? But anyways,
No, if it's
so
not on their formulary, they won't get it.
So then they started using. They gave him Symbicort,
Yeah.
and
And
he
that,
actually said it works better than Advair. So
yeah. Well, the Symbicort has a steroid in it.
yeah,
So
well, so
that
does
kind of,
Advair.
right. Right. So, that's what he just needs, that small little amount
Mm-hmm.
of steroid just to keep the inflammation down.
Well, because he also has well, like I was worried because he has pemphigus vulgaris.
Uh-huh.
I know it doesn't sound like a real disease, but it is. It's which is weird because it attacks. It's normally found in like Middle Eastern men.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you've ever seen Gary, he's like borderline albino. He's not.
Right.
He's not even close to Middle Eastern.
Right.
But anyways, somehow he ended up getting this autoimmune disease, and I mean it's not like contagious or anything, but it just makes it so that your skin doesn't seal.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that Advair has enough steroid in it to keep it at bay,
Hmm.
and so he doesn't have to take a bunch of prednisone and stuff.
Well, that's
And
good.
yeah, and so I was worried about him switching because the Advair had enough steroid in it to keep that at bay. So I hope this Symbicort will still do the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird how some medicines will, kind of work in different ways.
Hmm.
I mean, they give it to you for one reason. I mean, that was the
Yeah.
whole thing with Viagra. It wasn't made for what people use it for now. It was just that was a side effect, and they knew that they could make money off of that. So that's why they did it, because it was more
Really?
for blood flow. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, then they make bank on that. That was a big moneymaker for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically just by accident, just from a
Huh.
side effect that that their patients had. There's you a little tidbit for the morning.
I used to when I had a newer Ford Escape, um, and I wanted to get one of those advertising wraps,
Hmm.
on it where you could make money every month. I thought, well, that would be a cool way. Then I could like pay the payment of my car with that money.
Right.
Be like getting a free car almost. Anyways, my husband said absolutely not. We'll probably get Viagra or Tampax.
Well, if it paid the bit, if it pays the
Yeah.
bills,
Yeah, what do I care what it says on it?
that'll give somebody a good laugh anyway.
Yeah.
If
Come
anything
on.
else.
Couldn't you just see me driving around in a
Oh
vehicle that
yeah,
says Tampax
Oh,
or Viagra? I
heck
mean, that
yeah.
would be totally me.
Yeah.
with a big black dildo on the top of your car.
Yeah, something. I used to have this orange car. It was an orange Ford Escape or Ford Escort, and that was my dad used to call it the Sponge Mobile because I had my SpongeBob stuff all through it. And yeah, I mean, it was totally me, that little orange car. I'll drive anything. I don't give a shit.
Me too.
If it gets me where I need to go, I'll drive it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All those gutter parts I bought like a week ago, they've already paid for themselves because my husband fixed my dad's gutter with some of the parts.
Oh, good. That's great.
Hey,
And then my husband,
OJ says, Nikki, you used to be an escort.
yeah.
Oh,
Ride around in an escort.
you guys are funny. You guys are too funny.
Hi, Todd.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Silver hair slacker.
Oh.
Oh no.
I was like, where's that silver hair slacker this morning?
Uh-oh. Todd.
The naked hand's gonna get you.
That's right. It may not be the hand, it may be the finger.
Yeah. Anytime we say the naked hand, it reminds me of The Godfather or something. Oh, my daughter looks crabby.
Bunch of young punks. Squirt you with my water hose, get you off my yard.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta go find my stuff. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Don't get lost.
I will. I'm not
Come
even
back.
gonna go where the bed's at because I won't make it back.
No, just stay away from the bed. Step away from the bed. So what are you up to today, Mr. Todd?
Oh, I don't know. Listing shirts, I guess.
Just get them, just knock them out, and then you won't have to think about them. It'll be a done deal.
Yeah, just knock them out.
I know it's not your cup of tea, but get her done, as they say.
Yeah, I'm making progress. I'm just a grappy old fart.
I suppose you have reason to be.
I need to shoot somebody. I think I would feel better.
Say hi to my mini-me. This is my oldest daughter, Brandy. Say hi.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi.
She has nicer hair than me, but she looks just like me. She gets her hair from Randy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi.
Do you spill soup and lose fish?
I don't even know what that means.
She has no clue. One time somebody gave Daddy a fish, smoked fish. And well, I had Matthew.
Oh yeah, he stuffed it in the
Matthew stuffed it in the shed. Found it in the shed. In the soup, I bought a sub with some soup at Herbert's and Gerbert's. The lady never put the cover on right. Well, I was on camera on the show, and I ended up pulling it out of the bag in my van, and it spilled all over because the cover wasn't on. And I was sitting there swearing on live.
Glimpse into the real.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, poplar picker raw. Okay.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
just every day.
Sorry to bring that up. I brought that up by accident, of course.
Yeah, by accident, I'm sure. No, no, it's fine.
You want
Didn't mean to
stories?
tease you or anything.
No, not at all.
Those were some of our best shows.
They want real stories. I have real stories. I have
like,
pictures.
Yeah. She's like, if they want stories, I have real stories with pictures. Well, like I said, I'm not just like this on camera. I'm like this in real life.
I would say that's a safe bet right there.
Did you guys see my pictures with the Cheetos last night?
I did. That was hilarious.
I swear to God, I took it out of the bag that way. And then I went to put it in my mouth. And I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, look it. And my daughter took a picture of it. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, you can't plan this stuff.
I think you forget that you're the adult. I'm the child.
It was pretty hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
For anybody that doesn't know, I was eating those Cheetos that have different shapes. Well, when I grabbed some with my fingers, and there was 3 of them that pulled out in, how would you say it?
A phallic shape.
A phallic shape.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Exactly.
Too bad they weren't all baked together that way. I could have sold them on eBay.
Absolutely.
You got sunglasses? No.
I was going to say something, but I probably shouldn't. So I'll just leave it for that.
We're trying to save Valerie's advertising.
No. Yeah. I'm going to leave it alone.
I'm sure Valerie would like at least one video a week.
No, I like them the way they are.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change for that. So it'd be pretty boring if there wasn't any of that going on.
Yeah.
I think.
Any shenanigans?
I don't know. Any shenanigans. That's a perfect word. Morning, Frankie's Finds. Morning, Crazy Card. Blackberry Thistle Tea. Florida.
I wish you guys could see the blue hillside.
Want me to turn the camera?
I don't think they'll be able to see it. It's too far away. You can't like zoom in.
Stop bringing some kind of a camera.
It's just beautiful. Probably not as pretty as, say, Pennsylvania, but it's still beautiful. Just,
Oh man, I wish we were in Pennsylvania this time. See the colors.
it's breathtaking.
Looking at 3 lipsticks, all pretty much the same color.
So I'm reading what Beth wrote. She says I have a package tied up in customs. She said it's going to England, so it's a global shipping program. I got an email saying customs is reviewing it. I bet they confiscate it. She said it's flatware. I don't think it will affect me. I think when that happens through GSP, eBay refunds the customer, we will see. The package contained butter knives. Yeah, they contain butter knives. Huh.
Yeah,
So,
I had like a hunting knife get confiscated once.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. And OJ says I've had that happen a few times. Custom will release it in a few days. So, yeah, I mean, it could go. It can only go one of two ways. You know, they let it go or they confiscate it. So, and that's the thing too. Is I mean, if it's going through GSP, really that should be already taken. It shouldn't even get to customs if they know that it's going to be confiscated. Um, it shouldn't even make it past the GSP center, really. I mean, they should be, up to date on, you know, what can happen and what can go through and what can't. So Hank says I had a package customer refused to pick up in Miami and it never got returned. Had a lot of people saying they had tons of lost packages issues to Miami post office. Yeah. I'm sure that was a big mess down there. I think today is supposed to be a really nice day. It's 53 degrees here. It wasn't bad outside. I think it's supposed to be in the high 70s, low 80s. So it should actually be a pretty nice day. Might be a day for opening up the windows. Yeah, I got these window coverings. These little window coverings to put, over the windows, and you put it to size, and then you blow dry it, and it kind of like shrink wraps or whatever, just to keep the draft out. I figured that might help. With
When I looked
the
at
bill this year, so I was going to try that, but I didn't want to do it too early. Oh, excuse me. I didn't want to do it too early because I thought, I like to open my windows on nice days, so that's the only kind of messed up thing about it, is that I like to open up the windows. Huh. Well, hopefully they get everything figured out on that. That would be good. So yeah, since I've got all those jeans done, listed completely, all the drafts and the pictures and all that are done. So I think that was a total, when I started it, I think it was like 18 packages or 18 pairs of jeans or something like that. It was close to 20 pairs of jeans. But I just figured, yeah, I'll just knock them all out, get them all taken care of. And then, so I got that done. Now today I'm going to be working on shoes, which probably isn't my favorite thing to do, but once I get into the groove of it, I'll be fine. I just got to kind of work into it. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on cleaning the shoes, so I'll do the best that I can and make it happen.
Doing the best that I can.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Show the puppy.
Ringo, come here.
Ringo.
Come here. You want a treat?
Mhm.
Want a treat? Come on. Come
Yes,
here.
this puppy. He's so cute. His name is Ringo
Come here.
Sucker.
Ugh,
Ringo
ugh, ugh.
Sucker Yum.
Oh my god.
Isn't he cute?
Oh my god.
He says, "Hey, I was sleeping. Hmm.
Isn't
So I
he
was
cute?
sleeping there."
Yeah, he's just a pumpkin. And he's such a good boy, too.
One of those.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I have
I'm just really
chihuahua.
surprised at how well he sleeps. He sleeps very well.
Isn't he cute?
He is.
He's like, oh, Mom, I'm
Aw,
so
you
tired. Why'd you wake me up?
sleep on my shoulder.
Ringo. Ringo,
What?
say hi to us, Ringo. Wake up, puppers. Ringo. Look at
He's
him.
like,
Look at
no.
the face.
I feel the same way about mornings, buddy.
Look at him. Oh, so cute.
Remember when Lugnut was that small?
Yeah,
And you could just hold him on your shoulder?
I know.
Aw.
Fit on your shoulder.
I can't hold Lugnut on my shoulder anymore.
He thinks he can, though. That's all that counts.
That's right. He's a
He's
sleepy baby, huh? Yeah, he's a sleepy baby. I was taking a nap, huh?
poor little guy.
But yeah, I don't have any problem with him. Knock on wood, but I don't have any problem with him. Him sleeping.
That's good. How's he doing on potty training?
He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. I mean, it works out really well with me going outside to smoke, and I just do that about once an hour. We all go outside and we all do our business, and works out good. And I've been leaving him outside a little bit longer. Like I usually do like 15 minutes where I'll leave him outside with Elvis, and so far so good.
That's good. Are they on leashes or do they just stick around?
No, they're it's fenced in.
Oh, good.
It's all fenced in backyard, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
it's huge. It's a huge backyard. There's a big flower garden, so they all get in there and dig in the dirt, and they just do what doggies do.
Be right back.
Okay. I was gonna look up something on my. I'm supposed to be getting a package, and I was gonna see if I could find the tracking on it. I guess if it's the same thing as yesterday, I guess it'll get here when it gets here, type of thing.
Yeah, I've still got a package lost in Houston.
You do?
Yeah.
They haven't closed it, or?
Well, it showed delivered, and the customer said, well, I never got it. So we've been going through the USPS trying to do the find lost package thing. And I got a message yesterday saying incomplete information. I mean, when you fill out one of those lost package things, it takes about 15 minutes to fill in everything they want to know.
So
I went to edit the lost package thing, and I don't know. It looked like I put everything I needed, but I went ahead and added a picture. I don't know. It's a pain in the butt over what was it, like $18 pair of women's boots.
Yeah.
So I may just throw up my hands and just send her a refund or offer her a half refund or whatever. I don't know. It's taking up more time than it's worth now.
Right. So I'm just wondering, I mean, is it necessarily for, I mean, is it your responsibility to do all of that? I mean, if it says that,
But that's just how I am. I don't like unhappy customers, even though it may not be my responsibility. So
gotcha. Yeah,
I'll probably
you just want to get it taken care of. That's
I
understandable.
would spend more time on it if it was a higher value thing, but now it's just turning into a time suck.
Right.
So, I can list 2 stupid shirts and make the same amount as that pair of boots was, and move on. And I get that the customer wants their boots, but it's just a pain.
Right.
And there's not, I mean, it wasn't my fault, so, but I don't know. I could just ignore the customer and
Yeah, but I mean, I understand, you want to make sure that they're happy and they get what they, ordered. So I understand that part too.
I've spent like 15 minutes twice now with the USPS filling out that form thing. So I'm into that pair of boots, the original listing time and picking time, and now 30 minutes more. I'm like, golly, for $18, I can do something else.
Yeah. It's understandable. Well, it looks like I just looked the tracking number up on my glasses, and it doesn't look like those are going to be here. So they're in Tennessee. So I'm not going to get those today. Hopefully I get them this week though. That's okay.
Yep.
I can go without seeing them for a little bit. Let's see.
Oh my God. Come on.
Huh. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on today. I'm going to be putting inventory away and working on shoes, and my donation bucket is getting, well, it's over full. So I'm going to have to empty that out. Take that out to the garage. I have a mouse. A danged old mouse. So I put out like, I don't know, 6 traps to try to catch this mouse. I put out poison. So I'm trying to get this mouse. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to, when I do catch them, maybe it'll be easier to pick it up and put it in a receptacle instead of throwing everything outside. I don't know. Still don't think I can do it. I'm glad you got that off of your chest there, Margot.
What did she have on her chest?
She's very disgruntled with the
Customer.
USPS customer service.
Oh.
It's just
She's
that
not very,
the
not
form
very
you have
happy.
to fill out for a lost package. What do they care what was inside of it? You know? They wanted to know what it was, what color it was, what style it was, what size the boots were. Like, why do you need to know this to find a freaking lost package? Heard.
I don't know.
The boots aren't going to be on the outside of the package. You lost the package, dummy.
Yeah.
But I even sent them a picture. I'm like, and then they send me a deal, incomplete information. I'm like, really? The only thing I didn't put in there was the size of my underwear.
It'll all work out.
It's just the time suck.
Say put the traps in a box. That way, if you get a mouse, you can just pick up the box. That's a really good idea.
I don't have any. I'll probably
Sally
talk
does.
about you.
Yeah, Sally doesn't have a mouse. Valerie has a mouse.
Yeah.
At least one, I know.
Usually where there's one, there's more.
Yeah, I would say there's probably more. I've
Who
only seen
wants
one.
to think about it?
I've only seen one, so, but I'm ready to. I seen it running around last night, and it just makes me sick.
That was
So.
one day I found a mouse. I heard a mouse. And I told my husband, I said, there's a mouse in the house. And mouse traps are so cheap. I usually just tell Gary, just throw them in the burning barrel. Don't worry about taking it out of the mouse trap. Just
Right.
dispose it. Anyways, I mean, why you gotta reuse them? You know, I mean, unless you need them right away. But anyways, so I went and bought some mouse traps. And I bought like 10 of them. He's like, really? Is that a little overkill, you think? Make sure you get that mouse.
Yeah. No, I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 traps set just on this wall because that's where I've seen them. And then I put poison out behind the TV and behind the desk. So with all that, it should, I should be able to kill the thing. This gives me the willies thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, blackberry thistle tea. I used to sell Avon, and someone took $350 worth of delivered packages off my doorstep. I lived in an apartment. Why would post office just leave it like that?
No.
So, I don't know. I'm sure it's probably just a time thing. Get it delivered and not, that's the most important thing is just getting it delivered for them anyway. don't know. I need to take these packages out. For the mailman.
I'm just sitting here waiting for my daughter to get her tire off so I can go get it. Get a new one put on.
Dumb question. Is that the tire
What are
iron?
you using for bait for the mice? I'm using cheese.
Not on that end. Well, right here.
I don't know. You think I need to use something different?
Alright, thanks.
I figured cheese is what mice is like, right?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter works every time. Just a
Hmm.
little teeny itty bitty peanut butter
Uh-huh.
on there.
You don't need a whole
Works every
bunch?
time. Nope. No, because if
Hmm.
if you put too much peanut butter on there, they'll be able to get it off without setting off the trap.
Try peanut butter or marshmallows. Okay.
Peanut butter works every single time.
Use peanut butter. Okay.
Mhm.
The thing is last night, because I have to be careful with those, because I have the regular mouse traps, which I have to hide because, they've got peanut butter on them or
Yeah.
they got cheese on them or whatever. And so I'm trying to hide them from the dogs so they don't get them.
Yeah.
And so I've got, like, behind the TV, kind of, they always say, follow the walls of your house, and that's where you want to put them. So I put a trap out, and then I put a plant in front of it, so it's kind of a block, and the trap is like right in front of it. Well, I seen the mouse, and so it's running down, and I know at the end of the wall there's a trap set. Well, it doesn't go any farther than that. So I'm just like, what are you doing? And then eventually I see it running back this way. So I don't know. But none of my traps have been set or, tripped. So if you're worried about the dogs, I won't use glue traps. Nope. I can't do that. I cannot. No. Yeah. I can't. I couldn't. No. Sorry, I can't do that. All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll get those traps, and I'll, like, I have two of them that you twist it. I have those kind where it actually can go into, and it just traps them like that. So I have two of those, and then I have, I think, 2 or 3 of the old-fashioned ones. Yeah, I would not be able to do no glue traps. Is there a hole somewhere there? I don't think so. I don't really have, as far as I know, I don't have any holes.
You can come over and do this.
So there's got to be some place that they're getting into the house. That's right. But I don't know where that is.
Yep.
So, and it could be as simple as, them being in the backyard and just slipping through.
Yep. Or it don't even have to be very big. It can they can like flatten themselves out pretty flat.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's why they're so gross.
My mother-in-law got something you plug in the wall, and she doesn't have any more mice. I've had those, and those,
They don't work for me.
no, they don't work for me either.
I just
Can't have a cat. I can have a cat, but my dogs will not allow a cat to be in the house. I have a cat, but they don't like cats at all. They don't do well with cats.
Mhm.
Crazy.
What I would do is like during the day when they're maybe outside for a little while, try to get Max in.
Yeah.
You know,
that might
even
be
if,
an idea.
even if it's just for an hour,
Right.
you know, and just try and, you know,
That's
cover
what
all
we
your
did
bases.
when we had the cat before she passed away. The dog hated her too, but we just switched him out. When he was outside, she came in for a little bit. I think the scent kind of deters mice a little bit too of the cat, but I might be wrong.
Cats don't just hunt on demand, though.
No, my cat is not. I mean, even though he's an outside cat, like, you know, I brought him in. He was like freaked out just because he was afraid that the dogs were going to come in. Like,
Yeah.
you know, well, this is a sick joke.
Mhm.
So, and definitely, if I could have that cat inside, I definitely would, because I like having the cat inside. But they will
Yeah.
not. They would go nuts.
You know, you want to know what's weird?
Hmm.
Is yesterday I was talking to the kids and I said something about Jeffrey Dahmer, and the person that bought these shoes, that's their last name.
Oh boy.
I know.
That's
They don't live in Wisconsin, do they?
Georgia.
Oh.
Going to Georgia.
super creepy. No thanks.
That's very
That's
freaky.
I know, but
And
like,
now they'll have your address. That's even greater, right?
thanks a lot, Jessica. Now I've been thinking about that.
That's how I think. I get freaked out by that. I'm like, oh,
Nah,
no, I'm sure you're fine.
bring it on.
Dogs are easy to train to get used to the cat.
That's right. That's right, Hank. That's me. That's my life.
Mhm.
I don't know, because, you know, like Jennifer said, dogs are easy to train to get used to the cat, but I mean, they're just so used to, you know, chasing the cat. You know, I mean, they're literally like, I am going to kill you. You know, I'm going to tear you up.
Yeah. My dogs don't like cats either.
Well, let them try. The cat will kick their ass.
I don't know.
Let the cat kick their butt.
Well, I know that he would.
Yeah.
I know he'd tear them up, but somebody's going to end up injured.
A couple swipes from those claws, they're going to learn real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Usually dogs don't act too big once they get a couple swipes from them claws.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go out and take my packages. I'll be right back.
Okay. I so love the chicken salad croissant from Dunkin' Donuts. It's so good. Have you ever had Dunkin' Donuts chicken salad?
I think a long time ago.
It's so good.
Not here, but in California, I think I have.
Love it.
Yeah. What's his name? Mike? Crazy Card.
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, he said, I heard one of Jeffrey Dahmer's forks sold for $2,000. Anyone else hear that? Yeah. A lot of his stuff sold for, I mean, there wasn't much left, you know, after police confiscated certain things. But I've watched documentaries about Jeffrey Dahmer, and like, it's crazy because he lived in an apartment building, mostly filled with African American people, and like he was like a like not a famous guy, but like he was like, you know, the white guy that you want to be friends with.
Yeah.
You know, so I just said, wow. Anyways,
We're going down a slippery slope here.
No, we're not. Stop it, Mickey.
Yeah, that's what they said. He was like, you know, yeah, just a good guy.
Yeah.
Look at Ted Bundy, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I've been watching that. Confession Tapes show on Netflix. That's real interesting. And then kind of long. I like stuff like that. Kind of fun.
I don't even know the serial killers, what they did and stuff. My sister like studies them.
Oh yeah, I love stuff like that. I mean, not that I love people that kill people, but I
get it.
I like to, you know,
the psychological aspect.
Yeah, I always try to figure out why people do the things that they do. I'm I don't know. I like sociology.
Mm-hmm.
and psychology. And you know, it's just crazy why people do the things that they do, what the reason for it is. Like we were talking, like me and my kids were talking about why my oldest son went from being socially backward, bipolar, very ADHD, like severe, and why he went from that to being able to focus, being able to stay out of trouble at school, being able to stay out of trouble at home. I mean, it was just completely night and day when we moved. And that's all I'm thinking. Maybe it was just, you know, his, where he was at, you know, was whatever it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm trying to say the word that it's like the environment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it wasn't different environment from his family, but a different environment just being from California to Michigan. And so we were talking about that and trying to figure out what happened, you know, because I was like, I really wish I knew, you know, what the formula was, you know, that helped you. Because now he, you know, he has a full-time job, you know, he works at McDonald's as a cook trainer, and he does really well. And, you know, he goes to college and stuff like that. So why would he go from one to, you know, it's crazy. I think it had to do with a few different things. But yeah, I just always try to figure out why things happen to people, why
It's all in the water.
No, don't say that. I was talking about my mother
I
one
don't know, it
time.
makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because, like, not just the water, but, like, just as a whole, like the soil, like that whole state.
No, seriously, I was talking about my mother one time, and she died when she was 53 because she had cancer. And my oldest son overheard it when he was like 10 years old, and he stopped taking showers for 6 months. Taking showers.
Oh my gosh.
He would just wash up, basically. I know. I caught him faking it, and I mean, he let the water run, just like he was in there scrubbing up, you know. But
Yeah.
he was really just, he was standing in front of the mirror, sometimes standing on the, like, playing with himself in the mirror, like not playing with himself,
No,
playing with
I know.
himself, but
Yeah.
like with his hair and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
picking
Getting all
little things
pretty.
on his face, and yeah, just
Oh my
making
God.
sure that he looked like he could just get out of the shower, you know.
Oh man.
I'm like, what are you doing?
My son does that sometimes. I'm like, wouldn't it be easier just to take a shower? No, that's funny though.
I know, but that was his thing. Was he told me, well, I heard that you say something about cancer being in the water because that's why grandma died. And I'm like, no, Job, but that was Job then. Job, he would totally take something like that, like thought I was serious about.
Yeah.
Not a like a way of saying something, like, what am I trying to say? I don't know. He was just taking it for fact instead of, you know, just like something people say, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I love watching people too. I know, Hank, you think it's all aliens. Yeah, I just try to figure out, you know, why they do what they do. I mean,
it's kind of
sometimes.
Because sometimes you're like, man, what does it take to make them snap? Like, because it's like, you know, we're all, in a sense, we're not the same, but you know what I mean? I mean, we're all somewhat wired close to each other. So it's like, if they did it, you know, that's terrifying to think that you could, like, what if you snapped one day? Like, isn't that scary? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, because I'm like, what drives people to do this stuff? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. There was, when I worked at the state hospital in California, there was a lady that drowned her baby, her infant, in the bathtub. She did it because she thought that the baby was better off. And quite possibly could be, you know. I mean, but before Beth, stop giving me shit. Anyways, you know, she neglected it. She neglected it. She had that what is it called? The
Postpartum depression.
Well, that
Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, she had that, and so she I can't remember if it was the same lady, but I think there was sexual abuse involved also. Like she did things to the baby just because she was, she with the baby at times, and she just felt like, that she'd better put it out of its misery. Which is sad. I mean, and you're just like, what the hell? Just like the lady, driving off the freaking bridge with her, and she, leaves her kids buckled up in the back, and she, heads out the door to the bridge, or it's nuts.
Well,
Yeah, it is sad because they probably truly do feel bad, and they have to live with that, but they don't know how to turn it off. That's the sad part, They don't know how to make it.
I don't know.
You can't make that right. That's not something.
I don't think she felt any remorse.
Oh no.
I couldn't live with. I mean, I seriously could not live with myself if I did that to my kids.
I've never even been.
I couldn't.
I don't know. I've never thought of something like that. Even know however mad I've been. I don't know.
Like,
that's crazy.
Okay, so we think nothing of like killing a mouse because that's okay in our world. But in their world, it's okay to kill a human baby if you think that it's justified. So, they're not living with that. They were supposed to do that, Well, it's no different than me being Catholic and my beliefs. I've had them drilled in my head since birth. It's no different than another person who's got another religion where they believe that they don't do anything medical.
Right.
If their kid has cancer or brain tumor or whatever, I just watched it on Grey's Anatomy. They don't do anything for it, God will take care of it. It's no different,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad though. I mean, I don't know. That's just crazy.
And like people that hear voices and stuff, I mean, those are the people I feel sorry for. Can you imagine? I couldn't even imagine having, and some of them are evil voices, having voice in my head. I mean, we all have voices in our heads, our conscience, but to have these people constantly be fighting you and telling you to do bad things, even though it's not right. And to be constant, and you can't, like if my husband gets annoying or starts saying something I don't agree with, I can leave the room.
Right.
But these poor people, they can't leave the room and leave these voices behind. That's who I feel sorry for. That has got to be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that my son, when he was younger and when we lived in California and he was having all these problems, he definitely thought a different way than most kids his age did. Like it was almost kind of like selfish thinking, because he didn't know or want to know how the other person felt, or what happened to them when he did something, or how they felt. And it wasn't a concern of his. He almost had like no remorse, and that scared me a lot.
Yeah, that's scary. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, he would say he was sorry for different things, but there would be like no emotion for it. Yeah. And it's terrible, because but he's completely different now, which is great, but I wish I knew why.
Well, thankfully he grew out of that one, because that would have been a scary thing to deal with.
His name is George. Oh, he gave me money. Oh. Okay.
I need some money.
Sally's handing out money.
Yeah. Where do I sign up?
Put me on the list.
A lot of crazy stuff out there that we can't explain.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
But you know, some people just aren't taught. You know, I mean, if you stop and look at, let's say when you go to McDonald's, okay, and you know, if we worked at McDonald's, we have common sense, and common sense tells you wash your hands before you touch food. Common sense tells you don't serve a burger that's half off the bun and the cheese is slimed up and all over the place, you know. But some people just don't have common sense. Now, and some people just haven't been taught. You know, I mean, there's these kids out there that had the TV babysitter or whatever, and nobody interacted with them much, and they just weren't taught right from wrong. They weren't taught common sense. You know, they weren't. Some people just don't have common sense. You know, and those people are. And those are the ones that, you know, grow up to be doing weird stuff, you know, because they don't have any common sense. They don't have any sense of right from wrong.
You guys are hilarious.
Why?
Because, okay, they said that my package was named George because I kept petting it, because stuff like there was little hairs that kept flying on it, and like it would get stuck to it, and so I was like like wiping the package off, and Beth said I was stroking it. Anyways, and then Brandon came home and he gave me money, and I gave him the package. So they said that I sold George, exchanged George for some cash, and Beth said I'm a pimp, and Hank said I gotta keep that pimp hand strong. George was getting out of line, and then I'm ruthless.
Nice.
You guys are crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I gotta deal with Fuzz.
That's true, Sharky Mom Dells. I believe that too. I hear snoring again.
What kind of dog is that, Todd?
I have a pug and a Boston Terrier, and they both snort.
Ah, that explains it.
That time it wasn't actually snoring. It was, I started some
It was what?
burrito mix warming, and she was smelling it.
Yeah. Pugs make a lot of noise.
Yeah, because of their smashed in noses, they had trouble smelling or, breathing through their nose. So.
Yeah. We've had like 3 pugs in the family, and we still have one in the family. And Gary's aunt, who just passed away not too long ago, she had a pug, and well, her boyfriend still has him now, but and he's so cute, and he's just constantly just making these weird noises. It's like, oh God, you were just so cute.
Megan Carl, good morning. I guess I overslept. That's okay. Like you.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's a good thing. It doesn't happen to me very often.
No. She's recouping from a busy weekend of breeding horses.
Yeah. That has to be a rough job, just really on your back. That has to be really difficult for your...
Yeah. Yeah, she said it's pretty backbreaking.
Yeah, I usually try and get up. That's usually what time I get up, is at 5, so. Megan Carl, 2 weekends, and this one's coming. Yep. I've got a busy day today, but first thing I have to do is get on the phone, call that lawyer of mine, rip him a new one.
Yeah.
Times. I hear you, Jennifer.
Okay.
You got it all straight?
I gotta listen close today.
Why?
Because I have too many.
Well,
Is that a good enough reason?
Yeah, that's a good reason. Good enough for me.
Oh, sorry you don't feel good, Val.
No. Did I get everybody sick? Would have been my fault because I was the first one sick, I think. We were in the office.
Yep, it's all your fault, Nikki. We're blaming it on you.
I hope you feel better, Val. I think it's this time of year. Everybody gets sick this time of year with the weather changing.
Yeah.
Well, my daughter didn't want to take her tire off because she's busy at work. So I'm just like, well, I don't know what you're going to do because I'm not doing it. And I said, well, just call me later, I guess. And if you're not going to get your tire fixed right away.
Yeah.
I don't feel good enough to take a tire off.
Does anybody ever feel good enough to take a tire off?
Yeah, probably not.
It takes a lot.
She could take the tire off. I mean, I would if I had to. I mean, if it was my car and I was stranded or whatever, but not my car. I'm not stranded. Not my problem.
That's what I'd say, too.
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
I guess it is my problem, though, because I got to drive her to work.
Yeah.
And pick her up. I have 2 daughters without vehicles right now.
Great.
Oh,
Get it.
get it. Is it a good one?
It's all right. I sold that Sirius XM radio. Trying to see. It's just that I pieced it out, so I'm just selling the dock right now. I just sold the dock.
Oh.
So that's good.
So I'm trying to decide whether I should go home or what I should do. You have to look at my car.
What else you got going on today?
I don't know. I should go look at that car, but maybe I could just send my nephew to go look at the car.
That might be an option. Possibly.
Well, she's going to have a rude awakening because I have my show tonight, so she's going to need to hurry up after work because...
Yeah.
This doesn't look like clothes, but...
What is it?
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Speaking of the Wizard of Oz, you know what I saw on TV this morning? A guy over in Bemidji which is where Keeping It Real with the Millers live.
Mm-hmm.
So she's about 2.5 hours west of me. Anyways, guy had a house up on Jack's. It ended up falling on him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Was that rude to say that? Speaking of the Wizard of Oz. That might have been
Oh
kind of. That might have been kind of rude.
Nah, it's all
But
right.
that's
It
what made
didn't
me think of. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. Some other guy was injured, but that guy ended up dying. I was like, well, he had a house on him, I suppose. You don't
Damn.
really come back from that one, I wouldn't imagine.
Oh man, that would be horrible.
Yeah, what a horrible way to die.
Ugh.
And the guy wasn't very old either. He's like 25, which is even another
Oh,
thing, you know.
Mm.
So that just goes to show you we all can complain and everything else, but there's always somebody out there worse off than we are.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
so true.
Somebody else out there is probably having a worse day than we are.
Makes me wonder how many times in my life I've said, I wish somebody would drop a house on you.
Yeah. Right.
I hate to make light of the situation, but
I know.
you know, it actually happened.
Oh.
It was ISIS. I don't know.
You know, maybe while I'm up here on the hill, maybe I'll go to this Goodwill that's up there.
There you go.
I never come up on the hill, hardly ever. I mean, I have to have a specific reason I'm up here. To come up here, so figure I might as well enjoy it while I'm up here.
There you go.
We don't have, like Dusty and them. They're like, yeah, we go over the mountain. Well, I'm up on top of the hill. We don't have a mountain. Ours is just a hill. I think I have a wheel bearing going out on my car. That has got to be the ugliest thing ever. I don't understand all these buildings that are all these multiple colors. It looks like they didn't have enough money to finish the siding, and so then they switched to a different color. It looks terrible. I don't know. I think it looks terrible. I mean, it's fine if you're using like that wainscoting or something. You have like two tones or whatever. But I mean, these ones that are all multiple colors, it just looks stupid.
Well, I didn't know that was a thing.
What?
They have these cards that are called, have you seen cards before?
yeah,
Like Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Okay. There's people that they paint them differently. like on the card, but they like paint them with sexy anime characters and all kinds of weird shit, and they're selling them for like $39 for one card.
What?
Like a piece of art.
That's kind of cool, though. I wonder if that
It
would be
is.
like copyright, though.
Don't look like they have a problem with it. It's, I mean, selling. Crazy. I mean, unless the Magic the Gathering people. Oh, is that what it's called? Is hentai? No, hentai isn't hentai like sexy anime, I think. I found it. That's crazy though. Yeah. Ash. No, get in there.
Get back in there.
They're supposed to be in Jonah's room. Prancer came out here and looked at me. I listed I have a statue that's 16 inches tall. It's a Santa Claus with a big bag of toys on his back. And he's stepping out of a
chimney?
Yeah. You know.
Charade. This is charades. This is charade. I'm like looking at her like
I'm doing Vogue.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Sally.
Yeah, he's stepping out of a chimney and it weighs 9 pounds.
Oh wow.
It's ceramic.
Yeah.
Then I listed it. It's a box of those ceramic buildings that people have for like villages. Like holiday villages, and they'll put like fake snow around them. And yeah, I have 5 of those buildings.
Well, you better get those listed.
Oh, I did. I got them listed yesterday.
Oh, okay. Comfortable Life had a question. He said, question, bought a 70s stereo system, 8-track record player, AM, FM radio. Can't find anything on it. Closest to it sold for $290. I have to get a belt and a stylist for it. I think it's worth it.
How much is that going to cost?
Those are actually pretty desirable these days. I don't know about the 8-track player though.
I'd say yeah.
I'm not real big on like electronics and stuff like that, but
well, I mean, if it's worth a couple $100, it depends on how much is it going to cost to get the stylus and the belt,
right?
Or how much could you sell it for not working? Maybe you could get your money out of it not working, and not even have to mess around with it.
Well, that's true.
Because if it's worth a couple $100, working, maybe it'll be worth, quite a bit not working. It just depends. You gotta decide. And can you fix it yourself? Can you fix the belts yourself?
If you can do all that yourself, then I'd yeah, you don't want to spend a bunch of money and have it fixed. Have somebody else fix it and then have money in that. So all those things kind of come into play,
How much did you pay for the radio?
I don't think he put that in there, but
About $50 for the parts, and yeah, he can fix it.
and then how much did you pay for it? What do you actually got into it? If you can fix it, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you got it, if you already paid for it, then yeah, I mean, no, you definitely need to, fix it. And I would say, go pretty close with that one that's $290 if you
Yeah,
can
I mean, if
fix it.
he has only got to pay $50 for the parts, and even if he had $50 into another $50, $100 into the radio total with the parts and everything, it's $290. I mean, that's still, a couple $100
Yeah.
you make on it, or 100 and whatever. My math ain't very good, but in my head, but still 100 whatever, 180 something or whatever it would be, 190.
Yeah. And Sharky
So
Mom
I mean,
still said that the 8-track is
that's
still hot, so that's
oh
good.
yeah. 8-tracks sell at the auction, God, all the time for like crazy money. It's like, holy shit. I haven't researched 8-tracks on eBay lately, but I know they sell really good at my local auction. Now I'd take you guys into Goodwill with me, but I don't have my headphones. Looking to see if I have a pair hanging around here in the car. But
Well, you could
Take it,
still,
Nikki.
well, you can't do that, can you? I guess you could turn your volume down and you could still take us, just mute yourself and you could still take us in there with you. We just wouldn't be able to hear what you're saying. I don't
you'd be
know.
able to hear me. I wouldn't be able to hear you.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Look at my purse here and see if I have any headphones.
I need to stop screwing around.
I'm gonna run in there. If you guys are still here when I get back, I'll come on and show you what I got.
Okay.
Be back. It's not a very big Goodwill, so I don't imagine me being very long.
Okay.
All right.
That is Gilligan and O'Malley pajama pants and shirt.
Those are
Size
cute.
medium. Yeah, they're very like, I'm sure it's polyester, but yeah, 100% polyester. Size medium. Black with red and pink stripes.
Dang it, this guy took me out and I didn't even see him.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh,
The voices.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Was that you, Todd?
No, I think somebody invaded Mama J's private space.
Oh. Cute. Yeah, I have stuff like that too. Pink, where I just throw it on and I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you dancing?
Are they singing about having the right shoes on?
Yeah.
What is she walking?
Stuck mixed up.
Oh. I mean, that's an important life lesson, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma just ordered new work clothes, pajamas.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. And, or should is Nikki going to put us on? Did she say?
No, she said that if she got anything, she would come back on if we were still here and show us
Okay.
what she got.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I know Sally's she's going to do some work, but yeah.
I gotta go to bed too.
Yeah, you got to go to bed. So we'll see you all tomorrow. And everybody have a great day. Lots of sales to you. And we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.